There are a number of things that are in the legislation that's being published tomorrow. First of all, there'll be no increase in the stamp duty. Every year for the last number of years there's been an increase in stamp duty, and there'll be no increase next year, and in fact there'll be a decrease in stamp duty for non-advance policies. I'm also reducing the health insurance authority levy from 0.12% to 0.01%. We're going to allow the insurance companies to give discounts to people between the ages of 18 and 25. At the moment there's a big step in the cost of insurance when you cease to be a student, and a lot of people give it up then. So we're going to reduce, allow them to bring in discounts between 10 and 50% for people between 18 and 25. In addition to that, we're going ahead with plans to bring in long-term community rating, which means that there will be a loading for people who don't take out insurance until they're 35, or after the age of 35 rather.
And obviously in relation to the loading for people over 35 and reduced rates for students, those initiatives were actually announced before. But are you saying in 2015 the cost of health insurance will come down, or when are people going to see the benefit of this?
Yeah, look, I can't do that for certain, but what I do know has been happening for certain in the last couple of years is that health insurance has been going up every year, and as a result of that, less people are covered. The measures that I'm introducing today, which is a freeze or reduction in stamp duty, a reduction in the health insurance levy, what they're particularly going to do is create an environment in which the health insurance industry can contain the increase in premiums. There are a lot of other factors, of course. There's a number of claims, there's medical inflation and so on, but at least as far as government policy is concerned, we're going to try and create a better environment so that the health insurance industry can keep premiums down.
Minister, you said, I think it was a month or two ago, that you were hoping that the industry would freeze their prices in return for some of the things that you're announcing today. So what have they told you? Have they given you any guarantees on that?
Yeah, I had a good meeting with them now just today, just to go through what the government was doing. Certainly I got a very warm welcome for the fact that stamp duty is being frozen and decreased in some cases, the fact that there can now be discounts for young customers, and the fact that the health insurance levy is being cut. So I got a good response from them. They did of course point out that there are other variables and other factors at play, they obviously can't give a cast iron commitment, but I do think it does represent a change, whereas up until now the government policy decisions arguably contributed to the rise in health insurance costs. That's no longer the case, and of course in the budget Michael Noonan ensured that the tax relief was not reduced.
So what's your expectation on the price front from the companies?
Yeah, look, it's too early to say, but my expectation is that the era of double-digit increases is over, and if there are going to be increases in future years, that they will be small increases and no single-digit increases, if at all.